Hey nerds, this is Brian from Good Nerd Bad Nerd, and welcome to another episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Theories and Conspiracies. Last night we had episode 12, titled Who You Really Are, and we had a special guest appearance by Lady Sif and a member of the Kree race who goes by the name Vin-Tak. A lot happened this episode, so we're just gonna just jump right in. Lady Sif, obviously from Asgard, we've seen in the Thor movies, and this is her second appearance on the show. She was on Earth hunting this Kree who landed on the planet, and this he showed up because one of the diviners was used. We get a little backstory here. We get an explanation that lines up pretty straightforward with the comics. The Kree were in a centuries-old war. This obviously is referring to the Kree Skrull War. That's exactly how it is in the comics. They started experimenting, doing genetic manipulation on different planets and different species in order to try and create super soldiers, super weapons. It seems like every planet has their version of a Captain America program. Basically, that's what they were doing. And in the comics, this is how the Inhumans are formed, and that's what is happening in the Marvel Cinematic Universe now. What we also learn, we definitely get a name drop on the home planet of the Kree world. We get that's Hala. That's at the end of the episode where they're sending Vin-Tak back after his memory's been wiped. But we get that this is kind of a secret project, and if the Kree homeworld knew about it, that they might come and try and wipe out the planet just to get rid of any of the genetically modified humans that are here, the Inhumans, if you will. So that's some nice backstory, and it just kind of does a lot to tie together what's happening in the universe. And it, without saying it, it does introduce the Skrull into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So there's possibility down the road of us seeing them. Now, as far as the legal issues with that go, I believe the Skrulls are like Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, where Marvel and Fox both have rights to use them. So I think there is still a possibility of us seeing them, but it'll depend on what Marvel actually does want to do. So that's what we get with the Kree and the Skrull. Next, the team and their reaction to Skye. Fitz was right on. The entire team was out of way over the top in their reaction. Simmons, her response to Skye felt real and the whole situation felt really, really out of character. And so of course Fitz would try and protect Skye because Simmons and everyone else had been basically running around, we got to kill everyone who's different, which is a really strange way to go, especially considering the Avengers and Thor and all these characters are starting to emerge. It just seemed really bizarre. It's not like Reyna was a good person before, so they couldn't say that the whatever happened, the Terrigenesis, that was another thing that was dropped. We definitely got confirmation of that, but that the Terrigenesis changed who they were as a person. It just kind of manipulated them and gave them different traits, physical traits. Because Reyna is definitely still Reyna, and Skye is clearly still Skye. But Fitz, he was 100% correct in how he responded in keeping it a secret. And I think Coulson and May would have done the same, seeing how the team responded. So I applaud Fitz in his reaction. Now, the big issue of this episode really isn't the Inhumans. It's Mac and Bobby, and what are they doing? What is their team? What is their goal? And they come out and clearly say they're not Hydra, because they're talking about how the team is going to feel when they betray them, because clearly they are setting up something to betray them. And that's why Mac wants Bobby to push Hunter away, because if she wants to ever have a chance at him with a happy life, he can't feel betrayed by her in this way. We see how that works out, though, because he's, none of these people are stupid, and he caught on to what that they had secrets, and he confronts Mac, and he gets knocked out. But who are they, and what group could they be working for? There are two options that I think. One is possibly that it's some sort of secret Avengers that Nick Fury is setting up. That it's much more street level people, spies, and black ops. But if that was the case, it doesn't make sense that they would be trying to steal the toolbox back from Coulson after Fury gave it to him. So while it's a possibility, I don't think that is the case. The more likely answer is that there's in the comics there's a group called the World Counterterrorism Agency, the WCA, and Mockingbird sets this up. Bobbi, she's the one who sets up this group, and she sets up this group after S.H.I.E.L.D. is dissolved following the Secret Wars. Now, look at the state of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. S.H.I.E.L.D. has been dissolved. Technically, the group that she's a part of is just a remnant, so this could be her and Mac setting up their own thing. They've already got a team. They've got backup. We know about that. They just needed the tools, and specifically the toolbox, to get things really moving. So they are not bad guys. They are just a different side of the global peacekeeping secret agencies, you know. So it should be noted that this actually does tie in with what we're learning with the broader cinematic universe. This took place after a lot of people were abducted, Mockingbird included, to set up the Secret Wars. Now, Marvel's not going to be doing that. This isn't a Skrull that's posing as Bobbi. At least I don't think so. I think that would be really surprising, and nothing I've seen in what they're setting up would seem to justify that. But in the comics, all of this with the Kree and the Skrull and then this group coming together, it's all connected. And Hawkeye in the comics, who is basically the Hunter equivalent, you know, Bobby's ex, he finds out about the group and joins because he doesn't trust her or trust what she's doing. And after he's gone on a few missions with her, he begins to trust her. So this does seem like the likely group, and it doesn't have to. It's not going to infringe on any future movies because the team she has isn't made up of other superheroes. It's kind of other S.H.I.E.L.D. agents or other kind of mercenaries or heroes for hire kind of thing. So that's what's going on. What did you guys think of this episode? Was there anything I missed? Do you think we're going to get to see the Skrull anytime soon? That would be pretty cool. And do you think this is the last we've seen of the Kree on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? So next week we got what looks like some sort of Masters of Evil. Cal, Skye's father, has got together a group of supervillains to take down Coulson and the team. So we'll see what happens there, but it looks like it's setting up some pretty cool sequences with a lot of name drops and hints to come from that. So anyways, tell me what you think. Let me know if you agree, if you think that I'm right with Mac and Bobby, or if you have a different idea, let me know. So for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Theories and Conspiracies, I'm Brian from Good Nerd Bad Nerd.